We are on the road for agriculture in Lincoln. We are at the Nebraska Hall of Agriculture Achievement Induction Night. For the Rural Radio Network, I'm Jesse Harding. Joining me is Senator Mike Johansen. He's worn several hats over the years, so why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
Oh gosh, Jesse, I've kind of done it all. I started as a county commissioner in the early 80s and did a term there, city council, mayor of Lincoln, then governor of Nebraska, senator, and secretary of agriculture. So I've just had a blessed life, done a lot of interesting things.
Maybe a quick update for everybody. What are you doing now that all those hats are off and hanging up on the wall nowadays?
Well, I was still in the Senate until January 2nd. That was my last day. At that point, I could start looking at some other opportunities, and almost immediately I joined the board of directors for John Deere, which is right in my wheelhouse. Feel very good about that. Recently joined the board of directors for a company called OSI. It's based in Illinois, and they're one of the original providers of meat products to McDonald's restaurants, dating back to the days of Ray Kroc. A very good, successful company, operate on an international basis. I serve on another board for a company based here in Nebraska. And I've just agreed to serve on a nonprofit board. Haven't announced that yet. We'll be announcing that before too long. And so I'm keeping busy.
Wouldn't expect anything else. I think it's hard to slow down after time goes on. What does it mean to you tonight here being awarded as the honoree for the Nebraska Hall of Agriculture inductees?
You know, I talked a little bit about that tonight, and it means so much. I could not help tonight but think about my parents. You know, they were just such great people, good farm people, and taught me so much and had such a huge influence on my life. And I know both of them are deceased, have been for quite a few years. I know they're smiling down from heaven and saying, you know, well done. But I know of any award I've ever received, this one would mean so much to them.
Now, kind of switching viewpoints a little bit, you did a lot of work in Asia during your several hats that you've worn working with the government. What do you see the future being for the United States and moving forward with trade agreements?
We haven't had as much progress over the last 6 years in trade that I would like to see. We've done some trade agreements that were still left behind by the Bush administration. We have to sell our products worldwide if agriculture is going to be successful in Nebraska and really on a worldwide basis. We just are blessed with a lot of production, and that's true in this state, but it's also true in the United States. Consequently, we need foreign markets. There's too many markets where the playing field is not level, where there's high tariffs or phytosanitary requirements that are unreasonable, not based on science, whatever it is, and we've just got to fight to bring those barriers down. So I've always said our farmers will compete with anybody, anywhere in the world, but we have to have a level playing field, and that's what we try to get done with trade agreements.
And then being here in Nebraska, where do you see the future of Nebraska agriculture going, especially after coming out of last year being the #1 cattle on fed?
Well, I just think the future here is very, very bright. It has a lot to do with our natural resources. You know, we have that beautiful grassland that we call the sand hills, so you have the cow-calf operation. But literally, you know, you've got your fat cattle people here that just do it as well as anybody. We raise corn, we have ethanol, so you have the byproduct that you can feed the cattle. I mean, I could just go on and on. But our greatest resource is our people. And, you know, when I talked about growing up on the farm and the values you get from that, that's true here. Our greatest opportunity is people like you, young people who believe in the state and put down roots here, and that's our future.
And we are on the road for agriculture. We are in Lincoln, Nebraska at the Nebraska Hall of Agriculture Achievements induction tonight. We have Senator Mike Johanns with us, who is the honoree tonight, the main honoree. For the Rural Radio Network, I'm Jessie Harding.